Thinking is the most important action. The toughest battle you're going to face in your life is in your mind. You dig? You are your worst enemy, nobody else.
That boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with LikquidCash.
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, LikquidCash. I need it all out the stash. The man, the myth, money making Mitch. Cheers, and you are now watching Create a Steady Hustle. It's a brand new episode, it's a brand new day. So we're gonna talk about some things that's gonna motivate you in a brand new way. It's gonna be a vibe, man. I'm happy that y'all here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all watching me, and I appreciate y'all for that, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you've been here for a while and you like what I'm putting down, all I need you to do, man, is leave a comment after the video and like the video. We need some engagement going on so we can keep on growing the channel. You dig? And if you are definitely a supporter of what I do, make sure you check out my site. You definitely will see something you like on LikquidCash.com or CreateASteadyHustle.com. All the information will be in the description below. Most of the time when somebody's reading a book and they get to a word they're not familiar with, they usually skim past that word and continue reading on. I ain't even gonna front, I used to do the same thing. But see, when you end up doing that, you usually miss the essence of what the author is trying to convey. So I don't do that anymore. What I do is I Google a word, I write it down, and I memorize it, and I add it to my vocabulary. And that one simple task, separate the winners from the losers. Anytime you try to cut corners and cheat the grind, you end up cheating yourself. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. Check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers. Let's get into it. As you can see, I got on a Hugo Boss Canadian shirt. I'm representing Canada right now because I just got back from Canada. You feel me? Yeah. That's how I'm feeling right now, man. I was out there shopping in this big ass mall they got out there. I forgot the name of the mall, but it was huge. And I was having a wonderful time. I went there to, link up with my brother, Tito, you dig? And man, we had a wonderful time out there, man. He from London. I ain't seen him in about 20 years. That's how long I haven't seen him. And we connected years ago in New York City when I was on the street hustling, moving and grooving. And we connected and we always had a bond and we always, had a brotherhood going on. And if, when the opportunity arose, when we could link up and, meet in a different city, we was able to do that. And, he was making his rounds. He's going on tour. He going from Canada to Jamaica, from Jamaica to Philly, from Philly to New York. And I said, you know what? I'll meet you in Canada. I ain't been Canada in a while. The last time I've been in Canada, I was on the run, but that's a whole nother story. I ain't gonna talk about it on this podcast, you dig? But that was the last time I've been to Canada. So going back, you feel me, for a good cause, linking up with my brother, and we just vibing, we just chilling, and just, going to see one of the games. World Cup is going on right now, right? The World Cup is one of the biggest sports in the world. The highest, the players are getting paid buku money, man. You feel me? They making buku bread. We went to one of the games. It was dope. I think Ghana was playing Panama, right? Ghana was playing Panama, and it was a great game, man. You know what I mean? All the Africans came out to represent. It was beautiful. You dig? It was beautiful. All people from all over the world came to represent, but Africans was there deep. They was representing their tribe. They was representing their country. And the Panamanian people came out there as well, and they was representing their tribe and their country. And it was a great game. Like I said again, I got footage. I'm probably going to post it somewhere on the screen. You'll be able to see little bits and pieces of it. But it was a vibe, man. You know what I mean? And we had great seats. You dig? We had great seats. We was right in front. We could see everything. You know what I mean? Great seats. We wasn't up in the bleachers. We had great seats. The only thing I didn't like about that stadium is that ain't no parking. And it's so crazy. When I was buying the ticket online, they was like, man, they was trying to push parking sales and stuff like that, parking deals. And when I got there, I drove because I wasn't trying to take no Uber or jump on no train. When I got there, it wasn't no parking. So I had to end up parking on the side of the street somewhere in the neighborhood and walking about 10 to 15 minutes just to get to the stadium. It was a journey, but I made it happen. And man, Canada was a vibe, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It's a vibe. I like Canada, man. People was nice. It's developed. They had a nice restaurants, good food. The hotel we stayed in was like a maze. I think it was the Fairmont Royal York. And I think the king of Ghana was staying in the hotel as well. So it was a bunch of Africans all over the place, moving through the lobbies, just, knocking shit down. You dig? It was a vibe though, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, it was a vibe. The only thing that I could say I didn't like as well was the weather. The weather wasn't that great, but it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? I had to dress, for the occasion. You had to wear sweaters. You had to put on certain things to make sure that you was comfortable. Coming from Vegas, it's like, you in shorts, you in tank tops. It's hot as hell. When you jump on the plane and you land in Canada, you gotta have a hoodie on. It was hoodie season. It rained a little bit, but other than that, man, it was cool, man. Everything was good. Me and my brother, we was able to, catch up. He was able to give me some game of what's going on in London, how his life been, and how things been going for him. And obviously it's going well because he's able to travel and do what he want when he want. He always told me that all he wanted in life was freedom. That's all he ever wanted was freedom. Freedom to go where I want, do what I want, when I want. And that's the only thing that I think we all are striving for, right? Is to be free and to move how we want, when we want, and not be stagnant and complacent. And, my brother is safe to say he's gotten his freedom. You know what I mean? He's been through a lot and he's overcome a lot. So, man, it's safe to say he's where he want to be in life, and I commend him. You know what I mean? I commend him because it ain't easy. People think it's all, London is all tea and crackers, but it's not. You know what I mean? People are really fighting and going through it, and they dealing with street life on a whole different level. You know what I mean? So a lot of times people go to these foreign countries and they think it's sweet, but nah, it goes down out there too. They about their business. So don't go to London or go to Canada or go anywhere in another country thinking everything is sweet. You feel me? You can get robbed, you can get stabbed, shit can go down. So you gotta be on point at all times. And that's what we was. We was on point, but we was having fun through all of it. The first day we went to the club, I had to go check out a club to see the vibe. Not because I wanted to do anything special. I just wanted to see the vibe, to see what it's like to say I've been to a club. I think it was a spot called Lost and Found. You know what I mean? If you from Canada and you watching, you know what I'm talking about. I went to a spot called Lost and Found. And the next day, and that was on a Monday, by the way. And the next day, I was supposed to go to a spot called Babies, but I didn't go. You know what I mean? I got caught up doing something else. I think I ended up going to One Nassau. Yeah, somebody told me they had a Bahamian restaurant called One Nassau. So, I had to go check that out. I had to go get some conch salad, conch fritters. I had to get crack conch. I had to get the snapper. I had to get the guava duff. Shout out to all my Bahamians, man. Y'all already know. I had to go to One Nassau and get right. So I ordered all type of food. I ordered everything on the menu. Anything I could find, I ordered. I ordered some Sky juice. They gave me a little bit of liquor, put a little bit of liquor in that for me. I don't even drink, but that's my hometown. So I felt like, I had to, indulge in some of the festivities. So I had a little sip of Sky juice just to taste it, to see what it feels like, so I could reminisce of being back in the Bahamas. So I had some Sky juice. The people was nice, and it was good to know that the Bahamas was in the back there cooking. And then when I got back from Canada, one of my other partners hit me up from Bahamas and told me about One Nassau. And he was telling me that he works there. He's doing some business with them. So that was kind of crazy that I went to One Nassau when I was in Canada, come back, and one of my partners is actually doing some business with them. So that was kind of dope, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, what else I did? Other than that, I drove to a few different spots, did some light shopping. Like I said, I bought this shirt from there. I saw it at the Hugo Boss spot, man. I said, man, I gotta have this right here, man. I'm gonna do a whole episode about Canada in my Canadian shirt, man. I gotta show love, man. And I was playing Drake the whole time. I mean, if you're hating on Drake, you just a hater, man. The album Iceman is fire. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Everybody might not rock with it, but that's just my opinion. I think the Iceman album is fire. The other three or the other two that he dropped, I didn't even listen to those because they had a little bit of R&B vibe. I ain't really on that type of time when it comes to Drake, but the Iceman record was fire, you know what I mean? And I was playing that the whole time I was there. I was just vibing, you feel me? I was just getting in the groove of the whole Canadian wave. And like I said, the people was nice. I went to the club called Lost and Found. The next day, I wanted to go to the strip club too, because, I wanted to see what the strip club was like. But my man was like, man, I ain't doing that, man. We just left the game. We tired. We walked 15 minutes to get to the game, another 15 minutes or 20 minutes to get back to our car. Then we had to drive another probably about 45 to an hour to get to the hotel. By the time we did that, man, we was exhausted. And I had to pack to go, jump on a flight to get back to Vegas. And the crazy thing about going to Canada as well is that when I was booking my ticket, I realized that the airline I was flying on was Porter Airline. My last name is Porter, so it was like, oh man, it was meant to be. The airline name was Porter. My last name is Porter. I felt like I was flying on my own plane, man. You couldn't tell me nothing, you dig? So that was a dope vibe too. I didn't even know they had an airline called Porter Airlines. And it was smooth. It was great. They give you free Wi-Fi. They give you little chips and little snacks. They give you something to drink. It was a cool vibe. Everything was great. I ain't gonna lie. It was a 10 out of 10. If you want to visit Canada, man, hey, listen, do that ASAP. The women are nice. They was cool. I took a few pictures in the mall with a few fans that noticed me for my podcast. They said, one dude was like, man, you look better in person. I was like, pause. You got to relax. You know what I mean? You got to relax. You dig? But other than that, man, it was cool. It was a vibe. So shout out to, Canada and everybody out there that's doing their thing. You dig? It was definitely a pleasure. I hope y'all been paying attention to what's going on in the world, man. I hope y'all really studying what's going on in the atmosphere. I hope y'all are really focused and locked in and understand it ain't no game right now, man. They ain't playing no games right now. You dig? The rich are getting richer, and the niggas who's broke and they ain't got no hustle and they ain't got no grind and ambition, man, they falling at the bottom of the totem pole. You dig? They really are struggling out here. There's a lot of people that is in poverty, and there's a lot of people that ain't really making it. The money was coming in good for the past 2 to 3 years. You know what I mean? Right now, this year, that shit moving funny. So we gotta lock in. We gotta stay focused. I say that to let y'all niggas know that, hey, listen, playtime is over. I've been telling y'all that, man. Y'all been shucking and jiving and bullshitting for the few months that we had thus far. Y'all been playing. Y'all been, having a good time. Summertime is here, so you feel like, everybody want to be outside in the summertime playing around and, shucking and jiving, like I said. But you got to understand, man, that fall is coming very soon. That winter is coming very soon. And if you ain't got no hustle and you ain't got no grind and you ain't focused on what you trying to do, you going to be one of those niggas that be calling people asking for a jug, asking for a favor. So you better stack your paper. You better lock in. Understand, like they always say, save your money so your money can one day save you. You dig? Now, if you have an abundance mindset and you understand that, man, I'm going to always have some money because money loves me and can't get enough of me, then you going to be good. But for some of you niggas who are pessimistic, know you ain't got no hustle, know you like shopping and spending and don't have no money management, you gonna be in trouble. So I want you to lock in. Understand, life is like a garden. It don't just grow what you want, it grows what you plant. You dig? It's important for you to understand that. I'm going to say that one more time because I know y'all be listening too slow. Life is like a garden. It don't just grow what you want. It grows what you plant. You got to always keep in mind of what you planting. You dig? And there's 3 things you need to plan in the garden of your mind every day. Every day, there's 3 things you need to plan in the garden of your mind every day. And I'm going to give you these 3 things. I'm going to run it down. Get your pen and your pad and write it down so you can have it, you know what I mean, in your mind, and you could remember it and use it on a daily basis. You dig? All my life, I heard the expressions, you got to fake it to make it. But I never really subscribed to that concept because I believe you got to think it to make it. See, whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, he can achieve. Change your mind and you can change your life.
Take a whiff, I'm the black Richie Rich. Do it all on my own. I ain't never need a cause it's all in the wrist. She in love with the sniff. I'm in love with the bricks. Like I'm short, like I'm thick. Make a bust like the rhyme. Only hit it one time.
Number 1, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Every man is for themselves out here, you dig? So you gonna have to just focus on what you gotta do. Don't expect nobody else to come and try to hold your hand or give you a jug or take you out of your situation. People got family members. It always bugged me out when niggas call my phone and ask me for some money. Y'all don't understand. I got a father, I got a sister, I got a brother, I got a nephew. I got other people in my family that need money, that need help, that need some type of assistance. So before I help you, I'm thinking about them. Because I know you ain't thinking about them. That's why you calling my phone and asking me for some dough. Now understanding, man, there's a line of people that need my assistance, that's out here grinding. I got people in Jamaica and Bahamas that ain't making as much money as I'm making, so I always got to look out for them. You dig? Plus my father, he retired, so I definitely got to do that. That's only right. You feel me? I can't wait for my brother or my sister to chip in and try to help him. Nah, I got to focus on what I'm doing. And anytime I got some money set aside and I feel like, I just hit them up and say, man, here's the Western Union number. You know what I mean? I sent you a little something, because if you don't do that, man, some of the siblings that you have ain't taking the time out to look out for their parents. So you can't be one of those. You can't be just waiting for the older brother or the younger brother or the younger sister or the older sister to do something that you know that you're capable of doing. So that's what I do. I send my pops money, you know what I mean, just off of GP. He don't even have to ask, because I know he's retired and he's a prideful person. He's not gonna call my phone and ask me for money all the time. So I just gotta, you know what I mean, keep that in mind and understand that he still gotta pay certain bills and he gonna need money, you dig? Regardless of he's getting paid pension or whatever they call that when you lose, or when you finish retire from a job, you get paid pension or SSI, or whatever the fuck they give you back in the Bahamas. I don't know. But regardless of that, I know he got to pay bills. So I always look out. So for the niggas that's hitting my line, asking me for some money, understand, B, there's a laundry list of people that comes before you. You dig? So remember, in the garden of your mind, I need you to plant, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You already know that. Number 2, thinking is the most important action. The toughest battle you're gonna face in your life is in your mind. You dig? You are your worst enemy, nobody else. Thinking is more important than the action. It's your thoughts. I told you before, you gotta hypnotize yourself for success. You've convinced yourself to where you at right now. You've created your reality based on your thought process. You created your circumstances based on your thought process. So if you not where you want to be, just understand that's just because of your thinking. Just understand that you're losing a battle in your mind. You dig? So that's going to be your toughest battle. What's inside of your mind? How you thinking? And most people are pessimistic. Most people think about what if instead of thinking about what is. I meet pessimistic people all the time. They're always thinking about, what if this happened? What if this go wrong? What if this don't fall through? Man, listen, man. What if it do fall through? What if it do go right? What if it do happen? What if it do work out in your favor? Stop thinking negative. Only think about what you want and think positive. Your positive ball of energy got to be bigger than your negative ball of energy. Right now, it's the opposite for you. Your negative ball of energy is bigger than your positive ball of energy. And this is why you're stagnant and you're stuck in place. You are running in place. You're in a rat race. All of us is in a rat race. And the job and the motive should be, how do I get out of this rat race? How do I break free from the system? How do I do something that's going to empower me, empower the generation that's going to be coming behind me? My son, my daughter, and my family members, and the people that's in my tribe. That's how you got to be thinking, how to escape this rat race. Because we all in it, whether you like it or not, even me. Even where I'm at the level I'm at, I'm still in the rat race. You dig? On certain levels. But I'm doing better than most. So I'm thankful and grateful for that. But you at the bottom right now. Yeah, you at the bottom. So you have to figure out how to get out of this rat race and gain some type of wealth for your family moving forward. Because if you don't, you're just going to be another statistic. Another nigga that wastes majority of his life bullshitting, shucking and jiving. And when you pass away and you die, all you left for your family was a bill. It happens all day, every day. Because you're not thinking about the future. You got to understand, your future self is depending on you right now. I'm going to say that again because that's heavy. Give me a second. I'm a little posh. Your future self is depending on you right now to make the right decisions. So when you reach a certain age, you're comfortable, you're relaxed, you ain't worrying about nothing, you ain't stressing about nothing. You made the right choices. You invested in the right stocks. You invested in the right business. You bought the right real estate. So when you reach a certain age, you on cruise control. That's what it's really all about. To be on cruise control when you reach a certain age. My father paid off his house. You dig? He got a little light bill, stuff, things of that nature. You know what I mean? He cut his own grass. He ain't really paying nobody to cut the grass, but he paid off his house. It took him 30 years, but he made it. He made it happen. You dig? At some point, he got out of the rat race. It took a long time, but he got out of the rat race. So now, at the age he's at, he's on cruise control. He got a son like me that's going to look out for him and take care of him. He got a son like me that's going to shop for him and buy him clothes and send him things that he needs. You dig? So he don't really got to trip on nothing, and he ain't got to ask for much because I'm going to take the initiative. You dig? Hopefully you raise your kids the right way and they do the same thing for you when you get older and you feel like you want to be on cruise control. That's what we all wish for. We all wish that we have some kids that are, go-getters, motivated, ambitious, and reach some type of level of success, and they're willing to, pay it forward and look out for the elderly when when you're in the position to. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. You feel me? So that's what you got to understand, man. Your thinking is going to be your toughest battle. The thinking is more important than the action. But when your thinking is right, it's going to motivate you to do more action. You dig? I'm going to say that again. Your thinking is your toughest battle. The thinking is more important than the action. But when your thinking is right, it motivates you to do more action. You feel me? You ain't going to waste time. You're going to utilize each and every second that you have because you understand time is moving and it ain't stopping for nobody. It's going. You dig? And I know you feeling like, oh man, by the time I reach 25, I'll be a millionaire. Or by the time I reach 30, I'll be a billionaire. I know you had that mindset when you was about 19. Then you reach 25 and you realize, oh shit, I'm behind the 8 ball. Then you reach 30 and you be like, oh shit, I'm behind on all of my goals. I don't even have 5,000 saved up. And I thought I was going to be a millionaire by 25 when I was 19. Not understanding, man, you got to sleep. Time is still moving. Not understanding there's so much distraction out there. Time is still going. You dig? So it's like you can't run against time. You can't race against time. You always going to lose that. You feel me? They say, man, make a plan and God laughs. And that's true. Because you could have a plan, but at the end of the day, God has God has his own plan for you. And if you and God is not in alignment and y'all don't have a conversation and God don't know where you're going and you don't know where God wants you to go, you're going to end up nowhere. You dig? You got to be in agreements with him and let him know, hey, God, I need this to be done by this time. And if you moving the correct way and you doing what you need to be doing, because he hears what you say, but he sees what you do. So if you're doing the correct things, he's going to look out. The universe is going to move heaven and earth for you to achieve what you want. So this is important that you understand that the toughest battle you're going to face is in your mind. Number 3, the things that you got to understand. Oh, before I get to that, I want to let you know this too. Before I get to number 3, I got to let you know this. Your thoughts are the tools, but your imagination is the workshop. Your thoughts are the tools, but your imagination is the workshop. The imagination is one of the most powerful 6 senses that we have. You dig? It's one of the most powerful senses that we have because the imagination creates everything that you see around us. You dig? So you have to use your imagination and create the things you want into your reality. By using that imagination, the thoughts are the tool, but the imagination is your workshop. So the thinking and the imagination moving hand in hand, you'll be able to create whatever you want in your reality, but you have to understand how to use your tools. You have to understand that the biggest battle, like I said before, is going to be the things that goes on outside of your atmosphere that's trying to come into your world and distract you. You're going to always be faced with people trying to take you off of your course of action. You're going to always be faced with a girl wanting to get your attention when you need to be at home working on your craft. You're going to always be faced with people trying to pull you away. You're going to always be faced with challenges. You're going to be late on your rent. You're going to be late on your bills. There's going to be things that come in your way, but I told y'all a long time ago, failure is just a speed bump on the way to success. You're going to be met with adversity. You're going to be met with failure. That's a part of the process. If you have a business and you're trying to achieve greatness, if you tell me all the good things about your business and you don't tell me nothing bad that's happening and going on, I know you're a bullshit ass liar. I know you fronting. Anybody that's doing business, they're always going to be faced with a challenge. There's always going to be something that comes up to try to take you away from where you're trying to go. There's always going to be an obstacle that you have to overcome. That's the whole process. Life is educational. That's the whole process. Nobody just have a clean sake. Listen, you cannot climb a smooth mountain. I'm going to say that again because I know you niggas be listening too slow. You cannot climb a smooth mountain. There has to be rocks, there has to be gravel, there has to be different things of that nature inside of that mountain for you to grip on, hold on. You cannot climb a smooth mountain. You dig? So you have to deal with the adversity. It's a part of the journey. All right? The third thing you need to plan in the garden of your mind is this. The goal is already achieved. It's just a matter of time. You got to know that and believe that. The goal is already achieved. You got to know that it's already done. You can't have a goal or a vision that you can't accomplish. You can't have a goal that you can't make happen. You dig? The fact that you have the goal in your mind, the fact that you want to achieve something, that alone should let you know that it's possible. It can be done, right? So understand this. When you're moving towards something, just know this, that the goal is already achieved. It's just only a matter of time. You dig? It's just taking a certain amount of time for that goal to manifest into your reality. It's already achieved. You have to know that and don't care that it's not in your reality. You cannot be thinking about the lack of not having it. You have to understand that you already got it. It's only going to take a matter of time to come into your physical. You have to keep that in the garden of your mind. Keep that planted. Don't never forget that. I'm going to run down the list again because I know some of y'all ain't wrote this down, but it's cool. It's all right. You can watch the video over and over again and you'll be able to hear what I said and you'll be able to remember it, hopefully, and you'll be able to utilize it in your life. Understand this. Number 1, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Number 2, the thinking is more important than the action. Number 3, the goal is already achieved. It's just a matter of time. You dig? And I'm gonna give you a bonus one. Number 4, smile. You dig? Because the better you feel, the faster you get whatever you want into your reality, because it's all about a feeling. So smile. You dig? It takes a lot of effort to frown. So make sure you smiling. Make sure you feeling good. Make sure you moving through life and doing things that you gonna raise your vibration, because that's what's important. That's what's important, is actually doing things that's going to raise your vibration. So anytime you're feeling down and you feeling like, man, life is kicking my ass and I'm not really where I want to be, and you feeling down, do whatever that makes you smile. Do whatever that makes you feel good. It might be listening to a song that you like listening to. It might be going for a walk. It might be going to a restaurant and having a nice meal, something that, you love eating. Whatever it is that you love doing, continue to do that when you feel down and out. Continue to do that if you don't feel good, because sometimes life, it can take you on a roller coaster. It puts you through a blender. You go through this up and down when it comes to life, and sometimes you get in a funk. So you got to always try to feel the best as you can. You got to do the things that's going to make you feel good, whatever that is. If you're a drug addict, stay away from drugs, because that's a temporary feeling, and that feeling is going to bring you more down, and you don't need that. That's going to keep you on a spiral downward. We want to raise your DNA vibration. We want to raise your mindset. We want to raise what's going on in your body, your mind, and your spirit. You dig? Hey, listen, man. I'm just trying to put some paint where it ain't. I'm just trying to give you some jewels you can use, man. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to give you the game that I wish somebody gave to me. Everybody always asks me, what do I put in my hair? They want to know how I keep my hair shining the way it does. As you can see, I am the wave king. Nobody wavier than me. It's a done deal. You can start calling me Mr. Tsunami. But I want to put y'all on to my new product. It's called Liquid Gold. Natural hair oil that you definitely need in your life ASAP. I'm going to walk you through how I keep my hair shining the way it does, you dig? First, you got to get you one of these right here. This is a Ziploc bag. Could you put it in your hand and still rub it all over your hair? Yeah, you can, but I use a Ziploc bag because I keep my waves laid flat. And you already know waves are just curls laid flat, you know what I mean? So boom, you get the bottle of liquid gold, you get as much as you can, you drop it on the Ziploc bag like such, you rub it all together, and you start to moisturize your hair, man. Somebody might say, why are you using a Ziploc bag? Listen, man, I am who I am, man. I do things a little bit different around here, man. And I like my waves to be, compressed and looking fresh. So definitely get y'all some liquid gold, man. Trust me, it's going to change your life. If y'all want to keep y'all hair looking right, you dig, get you that liquid gold. If you want better edge control, ladies, definitely get you some liquid gold. If you want to refrain from going bald, get you that liquid gold natural hair oil. From yours truly, LikquidCash.com. Check out the site. You're definitely going to see something you like. Cheers. That's it, man. I'm just trying to give you the game somebody gave to me. For a long time, I wish I had somebody who could sit me down and just told me, hey, man, it's going to be all right. It's going to be good. I know you, listen, don't even trip. I know you eating 4 wings and fried rice every day. I know your brothers and sisters ain't looking out for you. I know your father ain't really, giving you no handouts. I know ain't nobody in your corner, but you gonna be good, my nigga. Don't even trip. I wish somebody sat me down and told me that. You feel me? I wouldn't have been stressing so much when I was younger. Yeah, I was stressing, man. I was really going through it. I was going through the fire because I ain't had nobody to listen to. You dig? It wasn't nobody on YouTube telling me it's going to be good. It wasn't nobody on YouTube letting me know that my thinking is the reason why I'm in this position. There was nobody holding my hand or walking me through the fire. I had to go through it, you dig, with gasoline drawers on, and I had to figure it out. But you blessed right now because you don't have to do that. You listening to me right now, and I'm giving you the motivation you need to let you know, man, it's going to be good. Trust me. It's going to be good. Don't let life stress you out. Don't let nobody stress you out, man. It's going to be good. Everything going to work out. Everything going to be fine. You know why? Because you said so. Remember what I told you, man. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Everything going to be fine because you said so. It has no choice but to be fine. It has no choice. You woke up today. You did. You have a computer. You got a phone. You got the internet. So if you got the internet, man, shit, you doing better than half of the population. There's a lot of people in other parts of the world that don't got the internet, don't got a phone. You dig? They don't have the liberty to move and do what they want when they want. They don't have the liberty to eat what they want. They got to eat what they have to. You dig? You could choose to go to In-N-Out. You could choose to go to the Chinese spot. You can choose to go to Whole Food or not, because you living in a free world, a free society. That's what we all want, right? We want to be free. You're free to do whatever you want. But the things you've been doing been taking you away from where you need to be. And I'm here to set you straight and put you back in remembrance and let you know, man, you one of the greatest thing that God has ever created. You understand? You was born to win. You one of the greatest things that God has ever created. You can be, do, and have whatever you truly want and whatever you truly desire. You just have to have a magnificent obsession with your goals and the things you want. You have to be so focused that it's a singleness of purpose. You just focus on this one purpose, and you're going to travel the earth and scour the earth and do whatever it needs to be done to get it done. That's the motivation. That's the mindset. That's how we get it done. Being consistent. You dig? Consistency is the key. You always hear it because everybody told you consistency is the key, but you lack character. A wise man told me that character is following through on a decision long after the excitement and the emotion of the moment has passed, because we all get excited when we have a new idea. We all get excited and we feel emotional about this thing that we're trying to do in the beginning. And then all of a sudden you get faced with an adversity, and then the excitement goes away. And then you fall back and you fall short and you never accomplish that thing that you was excited about, that idea. And then you look on the screen and somebody else took your idea that you wanted to do, but you wasn't disciplined enough. You wasn't consistent enough. You wasn't passionate enough about the things that you wanted. I'm just here to motivate you, man. I'm here to just give you some words of encouragement, man, because ain't nobody gonna do it. The niggas that you're around, they shucking and jiving as well. They bullshitting. I understand. You got a circle of friends that don't have the vision that you got. You got a circle of friends that don't believe in what you believe in. You got a circle of friends who's content with their lifestyle and how they live and chasing girls every day, going to the club, doing the regular bullshit, having fun. But I told you a long time ago, man, Playtime is over. The orange man is in the White House and he causing havoc. You dig? He causing havoc. All his buddies is getting money. You just see Elon Musk just became a trillionaire. Yeah, all his buddies is getting money. They getting to the paper. But I'm still seeing the homeless people walking around. I'm seeing more and more homeless people everywhere I go. Like I said, I just came back from Canada. The homeless people was all over the place in Canada. You dig? So I know the homeless is running rapid in your neighborhood and the places you live at. And I know the friends that you got, they going out and they partying, but their money ain't coming in like it used to be. But they ain't stopping doing the shit that they doing because they use that to mask the pain. They use that to hide behind the fact that they're not accomplishing nothing. If they can just drink a little bit more, if they can just party a little bit more, they'll hide from reality. But sooner enough, reality will catch up to them. Sooner enough, the parties will be over. The alcohol will wear off. And the reality will catch up to them. And when they're home alone by themselves, they'll look in the mirror and they'll see a failure. Yeah, you don't want that to be you. You don't want to look in the mirror when you reach a certain age and you see a failure. Because you spend most of your time hiding behind the liquor, hiding behind the drugs, hiding behind the partying, hiding behind chasing women. You don't want that to be you, but it can easily be you, because there's a lot of people you know that was balling a few years ago. Now they falling. Everything now is in shambles. Their life ain't the same. The cars got repoed. They not riding clean no more. The clothes that they used to be wearing, they ain't fresh as they used to be. They pawning their jewelry. Yeah, niggas is pawning their jewelry. It's getting bad out here. Yeah, niggas is pawning their jewelry, man. You dig? It's getting bad. You feel me? You don't want that to be you. So my advice to you, man, is to lock in. You dig? Stack your paper. Understand that things are going to get better because money loves you and can't get enough of you. You know what I mean? We live in an abundance mindset. You dig? That's how I live. I live in an abundance mindset, man. I go where I want, do what I want, when I want. I don't care who's around me and not focused and not locked in. Y'all can bullshit if you want, but I'm going to be on my grind. You dig? Do whatever you want to do. I ain't going to stop you, man. You know what I mean? Have fun. Enjoy yourself. You dig? Whatever you want to do, man, just do that. You know what I mean? Because you got one life to live. I'm going to live it the way I want to live it. I'm going to lock in and get focused, man. I'm going to motivate the people, you dig? And I'm going to take my talents from the screen to the stage, you know what I mean? Because that's the next step in my journey for you to see me in person, live and direct. And you can get this game live and direct. You can get this motivation and words of encouragement live and direct, you dig? I'm going to come to a city near you, man, and you can be able to take a picture, vibe with your boy, get an autographed copy of my book, and support me in real time. You feel me? And hear this shit in real time and be motivated in real time. All you got to let me know is what city you in. Leave it in the comments. Let me know where you need me to come to, and I'm going to pop up, you dig? But that's my goal, you feel me? It's to take it worldwide and take my talents from the screen to the stage. You feel me? Because it's better in person anyway. And I know you want to see it in person. I know you want to smell it in person. I know you want to feel it in person. I'm talking to the ladies, pause, niggas, for a second. You dig? But anyway, let me get back to it. Like I said, man, life is a trip, man. Pack light. You feel me? Pack light. Because it might be a one-way trip. Yeah. Matter of fact, it is a one-way trip. You don't get a do-over. You don't get a second chance. I'm going to say that again because that was smooth. Life is a trip, pack light, because you don't get a do-over. It's a one-way flight. You feel me? Once you're gone, it's over. So lock in, stay focused, understand. Don't let the world play you out of your position. You a God. Act as such. Hey, listen, if you don't do nothing, I want you to remember this. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Cheers.
Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man.
That boy.
It's LikquidCash, I need it all out the stash. I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford Taurus. With two hoes and they both foreign. These trick niggas about to get extorted.